By now you might have heard of these Vuity eye drops. They help you get rid of the need for reading glasses. Is it safe? Does it actually work? Well, I'm going to try it for the first time on camera right now. So if you're interested in finding out, keep watching. Hello everyone, I am Dr. Rupa, board certified ophthalmologist, and if you are new to this channel, we talk about eye health, eye surgery, kids' eyes, everything. So today we're going to be talking about something that is near and dear to my heart because I am 45 and I need reading glasses. I got my hands on some samples of the Vuity eye drop. I did a whole video on what it is and how it works, but in a nutshell, here's the 60-second version of it. If you don't want to watch the video, linked right up there. The Vuity eye drop is pilocarpine 1.25%. What is that? Pilocarpine is a drop that makes your pupils smaller. And so what it does is, just like the little pinholes when you come into the doctor's office and we have you read the eye chart, it decreases the peripheral light rays, so it makes it easier to focus. That's called the pinhole effect, and that's why those pinholes work in the doctor's office. So it makes your pupils smaller. Now, this is a drop that's been around for 100 years. We used to treat glaucoma with it all the way up until about the 80s, and most ophthalmologists discontinued using it because the other thing that's a concern is retinal detachments and uveitis. Now, in the FDA studies, they did not find any incidences of either of those, but they were only 30-day trials. When we used to use pilocarpine for glaucoma, that's one of the reasons that we've stopped using it, is because of the incidence of retinal detachments. But I looked at those original studies from the 70s and 80s, and most of the time retinal detachments happened in people who had a predisposing risk factor for retinal detachment. So someone like my husband. My husband usually sits here in our office. He is off camera. He did not want to be involved in this. And if you are nearsighted, especially extremely nearsighted, you are at risk for retinal detachments. It's why we ask you to see your eye doctor, even if you've had LASIK. So someone like that might need to be a little bit more cautious about using Vuity. So I'm going to be honest, I'm a little nervous about using it because of the side effects. The first one being headaches. I tend to get migraines, so I was a little nervous about trying this, but it is extremely annoying to need reading glasses. I'm in my office now. I have a whole afternoon of patients right now, and I'm always taking my glasses, putting them on so I can read my iPad for my electronic medical record, and then I take my glasses off in the exam room and I leave them there, and I forget where I leave them, and the staff have to bring them to me. If that sounds familiar, then you understand what I'm talking about. I wear +1.5 readers. Mine are custom, of course, because I have an optical shop, but you can get reading glasses at your local drugstore without any issues. So, Vuity eye drops, are they safe? Well, they're pretty safe. But in the trials that were conducted for the FDA approval, about 15% of the participants had headaches. Now, as a migraine sufferer, I'm really hoping I am not one of those 15%, but we will see. Then there was about another couple of percentage that had eye pain, redness, tearing, and even blurry vision at distance. Now, the blurry vision at distance is from myopic shift, and what happens with pilocarpine is it's changing the trabecular meshwork. That's how it used to work for glaucoma. It would actually help increase the outflow of the fluid in the front of the eye, and glaucoma is just an increase in buildup of the fluid, right? That's why you get high eye pressure. But that changing of the trabecular meshwork can also cause a myopic shift. It can make you more nearsighted. So it can change your distance vision. Now, in the studies, they found about a third, little less than a third, were able to get 3 lines or better on their reading vision and not sacrifice more than a line of distance vision. So how are they checking reading vision? Well, what we do is when you're coming in the office, this is a near card, and on the side of it, it's got the acuity, the Jaeger point system. So we get you to read this with and without your glasses. So right now, and I'm going to hold this a comfortable arm's length distance, because what people find that have presbyopia, which is what we have here when you can't read up close, is that you start to need to hold things really far away to read them. So I'm 45, I've got +1.5. I can honestly only read J3, and even that's blurry. Gosh, even J5 is blurry. So I'm going to show you what that is. So that's really, I can guess. I also know these because this is what I administer, but I can see J3. So a 3-line improvement should be that I should be able to have perfect 20 20/20 J1 plus. Now, if I put my glasses on, I can see the bottom line, 426,739. But without my glasses, I cannot. So we're going to see if it is effective. Now, getting back to the safety, the second side effect is decreased vision in dim light or difficulty driving at night. So I was actually going to do this and try this out yesterday, but I knew that I needed to drive across island to take my daughter to gymnastics class, and it was going to be in the dark, so I didn't want to risk it. So that's why I'm doing it now. I figured it'll be easy. We'll see if I'm able to see my iPad and chart for my patients. I'm nervous, though. I don't know, something about being an eye doctor and you just get nervous. All right, so I'm going to put it in. It's supposed to take 15 minutes to take effect, and the effect is supposed to last for 6 hours. So I'm going to check in at 15 minutes, and then an hour, and then at the 6-hour mark, and we will see. All right, here goes. Okay, it doesn't sting. Oh, okay. I spoke too soon. Yeah, it does. Ooh, I don't think I got that one on the right side in. I have very sensitive eyes too. Bad allergies. My eyes are always very tearing. I have a little bit of dry eyes. All right, so let's set a timer. And we are gonna check in 15 minutes. I'm gonna just chart in the meantime. Okay, 125, so we'll check back in at 140. Okay, I definitely still need my reading glasses now. Side note, it is intended for use in people ages 40 to 55 years old. I'm 45, so I should be right in their sweet spot, and this should be effective for me. But again, studies showed 31% were able to get an improvement of 3 lines. So if you want to see the full Vuity video where I talk all about the studies, click on that link above. Obviously nothing, it's too soon. So I'm just going to chart until they tell me if a patient is ready. Okay, the eyes don't feel, they don't hurt right now. Now, it's really interesting because my very first patient is someone that has been lifelong on pilocarpine for years for her glaucoma, since the 70s, and she refuses to let me put her on any other glaucoma drop. She is just willing to accept the risk of retinal detachments, on all of the side effects, because she really likes her reading vision. So she's known about this for a very long time, and I actually am going to be seeing her, so I'm interested to talk to her about this. It's been about 10 minutes. My eyes definitely feel weird, to be medical about it, but I can't read any better. Maybe the J2 is a touch more clear, but definitely not 3 lines. So that's just 1 line improvement. Like I still can't read this iPad without my reading glasses. All right, let's give it the extra 5 minutes. Okay, I'm definitely starting to get a little bit of an ache right here. I thought the brow ache was going to be more here, but I'm feeling it here, but I still can't read. Okay, this is pretty crazy because, 5 minutes ago I gave you the check-in. Hey, it didn't work. It's because of my pinhole. I'm looking right now. Oh, it was clear for a second. So this is now 20 minutes out, and I can see J1. So that's a 2-line improvement. So J1 is going from this line, and I'll actually show you here so that it doesn't look flipped, is going from the J3 to J1. So I got 2 lines improvement. It's still, I have to struggle. I'm definitely struggling to see it. It's not super clear. I wonder also if it's because the sun just came out through my window, if it's giving me a little bit added effect, but I can definitely see. Can I see this? So I'm looking at my iPad. This is very small. My iPad print is pretty small. Is the equivalent of about J1 plus, so 20/20, and I'm not able to see that, but I can see a little bit bigger than that, so I don't have to pinch and zoom quite as much. So I am still in that 70% that didn't get the 3-line improvement, but I got about a 2-line improvement. So let me see if I can see my phone. Maybe it's just going to keep working for me. Maybe it's more of 25-minute, we'll see. I'll check in an hour just to see. Okay, I can go on YouTube here. I can see everything. I don't know how big I've got this screen. Let me see. I have it. The saddest day was when I thought I was on the smallest font, and then some 25-year-old told me that my text size was already, oh, this is how big I have it. So I'm at the medium. I can see that though. I can see my email. I'm looking at my email right there. I can definitely see J1. It's not super clear, but I can see it. Let's give it a little bit of time and I'll check it. So it is now 6 hours, and of course I only got a line difference anyway. I don't even know if I got a line difference because I can actually, I'm reading this, I brought it home. Well, I do need to pull it pretty far off. So yeah, I got at least 1 line better, but nothing else. So there you go. Is it safe? Most likely, but keep in mind all the potential side effects, retinal detachments, possible, but headaches, decrease in vision, difficulty driving in the dark, difficulty reading in dim light, teary eyes, irritation, redness. And then, make a decision. You might fall into the 30% that see an improvement. I'm in the 70% that did not. But, overall, I think with the lower strength and the lower frequency, likely not going to experience any of those vision-threatening eye complications. And hopefully, it works for you. So you're going to need to check with your eye doctor. It's only available with a prescription, and it is cash pay, not covered by insurance, $80 a month. So there you go. That is my assessment of Vuity and trying it for myself. Please let me know what other videos, what other topics you want me to talk about. Happy to do so. Until next time, good night.